this week, the Fiends watched
The Irishman.
Wow.
My eyes hurt.
Hit Netflix a couple days ago, and we both saw it.
We did.
And we're ready to give our stupid opinion.
Want my stupid opinion first?
That's what we do on this show, guys. We ask each other what we thought, because even though we both watched it separately at home, and everybody watched it in the comfortability of their own home, mostly.
Right.
I don't know what he thought. He doesn't know what I thought.
We haven't said a fucking word to each other.
Not one word. Not just, we're going to do the Irishman's out. Oh, yeah, cool, do it. So
That's it.
So, Michael, what did you think in a short sentence of The Irishman?
Synopses? My short synopsis is, I really, really enjoyed the fuck out of this movie. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, I loved it, too. Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Awesome.
What about you, man?
When it comes to The Irishman, I absolutely, positively loved it, and I actually watched it twice.
Wow.
I watched it again this morning.
Dude, I was about to.
Yep, I watched it again this morning. I had to. I woke up, it's like 10, and I'm like, you know what, dude, fuck it. I go, we're doing an episode later. I put it on, just like eat breakfast, and I just got, okay, and watched the entire thing.
Dude, awesome.
Yo, I loved this movie.
Good.
I love this movie. Nearly flawless, I guess is the best way to put it.
It's really one of those, it's one of Scorsese's best. And I know it's so new that it's hard to compare it to like all the classics that you can name. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yep.
But flawless is a great word I wasn't even thinking of before, and now I'm going to keep thinking of it all night.
Pretty flawless, man. And I mean, I don't think it's in his top 3 because of just how good of a director he is. And you have classics, Goodfellas, Casino, Gangs of New York, Departed, Wolf of Wall Street. Like, there's so many good movies, but it stands alone with his best, right?
Absolutely.
Because then he has other movies like The Silence, and like other movies, Age of Innocence, that aren't really
Mean
his.
Streets.
Yeah, that was like one of his first.
Yeah,
so it was kind of really, or it's known as like a little rough around the edges. Raging Bull, obviously. Yeah. So I just think that with all the expectation that was put on this movie, for me, it lived up and surpassed my expectation.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more.
Oh my God, I loved it.
Well, with the standalone factor, it's because of the acting and who they got for it, right? Because, of course, you're like, oh, Wolf of Wall Street, can't wait to see that. Leo and Scorsese, right? But to have the 3, and we all know who the 3 are.
Pacino, it's Patrick Wilson, Elijah Wood,
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah,
Killed it.
Loved it.
But, dude, the main 3, I guess you could say for this.
Pacino, De Niro, and Pesci. And this is the first time that Pacino has worked with Scorsese.
Ever.
Which is like, holy shit, dude.
He almost did when he almost took over for Godfather Part 2.
Yes,
but it fell through, and obviously people have been saying that for years. Oh, imagine Pacino and Scorsese working together. It'd be great.
Yeah,
it would be great. And guess what? It happened.
Yeah, and let me tell you, the acting in this movie, I thought was fucking, so good. And it's almost unnoticeable because they're such good actors. I'm just talking about the main 3. Like, they're such good actors that it's like a given where you're like, oh my God, of course they're going to be good at acting. You don't even think of it, but then you're like, oh wait, like there are bad actors. So you see this, you're like, oh wow, this was a fucking tour de force in acting.
Tour de force is the best way to put it, because you have people who are going to put on a great performance.
Yes.
But then you almost forget just how fucking great Joe Pesci is until this movie. You haven't seen him in a long time. It's been over a decade since his last movie, and he's out of retirement.
Yep.
And he comes in, and dude, there was times where I was just solely captivated on Pesci's every move.
Pesci was so good, and why I think Pesci was so good is because of the quietness of his performance.
Yes.
Because he's the opposite of a Tommy DeVito from Goodfellas or a Nicky Santora from Casino.
110%.
He's the opposite from this. He is the old, respected mob boss, Russell Bufalino, who was the Philly mob boss, like pretty much the number 1 guy in Philly.
Right.
So there were the 5 families that operated in New York, and that's the mafia. The mafia is New York, and Jersey, we all know. Outside of that, they kind of, like the media and cops, they called him like the elder statesman. It's like he obviously wasn't a part of the 5 families. I think he worked with the Gambino family more than anyone, if I'm not mistaken. But
makes sense.
But he was just as much respected by the other heads of the 5 families. It was like he was almost the 6th family based out of Philly is what I'm trying to say. That's how big of a deal this guy was.
You're right. They don't got a lot of love outside of New York because New York is like the central. It's the hub for the
5
mafia.
families. That's what I'm saying.
100%.
Yeah, New York and New Jersey is the mafia central. So
and then he comes along and everything revolves around him.
Yeah.
They did a great job of showing that and moving in silence almost, right? Because we're so used to him being over the top, being that fucking guy who's just, he's the wild card, right? You don't know what he's going to do.
Yep.
And then in this movie, it was all just in his face. Like you could tell so much of what was going on and what
for
was
sure.
just in his, literally in this little fucking triangle, dude, right there. You could just see everything. And I was honestly, look, you come to expect great acting performances from all of them.
Yeah,
But for some reason, Pesci stood out, and I think it's because you just don't see a lot of him lately, and it just meant so much.
That's probably why. Yeah. I think they I think all 3 you can make an argument were the best actors in the movie. I really do. I think all 3
I see what you're saying.
You can make an argument and say, oh, Pacino was the best, De Niro was the best, Pesci was the best. You can make an argument for all of them because I really think they blew it out of the water.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to the acting standpoint.
We don't even get into supporting and fucking side character. Oh my god, there's so many people in this movie.
So this was the story of Frank Sheeran. And did you watch that documentary?
100%.
I sent you. Okay, cool.
God,
yeah,
amazing. Maybe we should like tell them about it later or something like that.
Well, no, I'm just there's a documentary on YouTube. It's like a special of like NBC from the '90s or whatever, or early 2000s when Frank Sheeran confessed to killing Jimmy Hoffa, and they did this whole story about it and explains the story that the movie centered on. If you don't know a lot about the inner workings of Jimmy Hoffa and why he was connected to the mafia and why they wanted to kill him, this movie doesn't like make it crystal clear about what's going on because there's so much involved in this story
that's true.
that you kind of had to. If you want to cover everything, you can't go too deep into everything.
Right.
Is the best way to make this movie.
Yeah, that makes sense, though.
If you can't say, okay, I'm going to focus on his family and everything else is going to be the back.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to focus on just Jimmy Hoffa and everything's... No, I'm going to focus on just Frank Sheeran and no one... You have to cover all angles, and by doing that, you can't go too deep into one certain storyline, right?
Right.
And that's why I think Martin Scorsese is a master because he knows that.
Right.
And if to tackle this story that spans 40 years, all these different characters... from presidents to fucking mafia hitmen and mafia bosses, like to do this and have it come out and have people love it and have it get a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, I don't think a lot of directors can do that. And I think it's a credit to him because of the scope of the story.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the best hands possible.
Yeah.
Right. Who could do this better than Scorsese? It's in his wheelhouse and it's meant for him to make.
For sure. 100%.
I would totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
What do you want to get into first? I mean, look, it's a long story, so I know we're going to probably bounce around a lot. But
no, I was just saying in that YouTube documentary, it just explains the Hoffa stuff. So if you guys watch the movie and you're like, oh, some things aren't clear, just YouTube Frank Sheeran, and it's one of the first like 5 to pop up, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'll watch this 12-minute thing, and it really explains the loans and Vegas being built and blah 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 and why they wanted to kill Jimmy Hoffa.
Right, because in the movie, you don't get the clear sense of, well, what's up with the loans, who's taking them, and what's the issue? Like, how is he connected? So,
yeah, they kind of, do, and I just rewatched it today, and they say a couple sentences about how the banks would not loan any of these mobsters money, and they were building Las Vegas at this time, so they needed loans. And Hoffa had $8 billion in the Teamsters pension fund, and he was just basically, long story short, loaning out money to mobsters to build casinos in Las Vegas. So he always had his hands in with the mafia. So that's the long and the short of his. He was just giving them loans like a bank. He was their bank, pretty much. And they say that in the movie, but it's not focused on. So they mention it and they say, oh, loans, but they don't, dive deep into the inner workings of the loans. So,
well, it's because like this movie, although 3.5 hours long, it just keeps on moving. It's never stale. I know you watched it twice, but I'm going. The one thing one of the major things I took away after the first viewing was, holy shit, I was never fucking not entertained, and I was never concerned about the time. I was like, I could have watched it for 4.5 hours.
I didn't want it to end, dude.
I know, yeah.
And let me tell you, it was better the second time I watched it.
Oh, see, that makes me pumped to watch it again, dude.
It was better the second time. Immediately captivated, immediately drawn into this movie, and it went by faster the second time.
Oh, okay, see,
it was like I felt like it was an hour and a half the second time I watched it. I'm like, oh my god,
that's great, and that's what makes a movie that's already so fucking good. Even like, dude, I was sitting there, I'm not gonna watch it for probably another like week or two. I want to watch it again right now,
dude,
because of what you're saying.
I threw it on, and it's just the first scene starts, and they're getting ready and getting in the. I'm in. Like I'm just in it, and it went by like that, and I fucking love it. And there's so many memorable parts throughout. Because that's kind of like when you watch Goodfellas, you're like, oh, when's this coming up? When's this coming up? When's this coming up?
Landmarks.
That's how this movie is. I'm like, oh, when's this? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is this. This is this. The way it's paced and the way it's structured is fucking genius, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because you can structure a movie or a story any way you want.
For sure.
You can go, oh, we're going to go chronologically.
Yeah.
We're going to start when Frank's young, and we're just going to go and progressively get to when he's older, right? And that's what they kind of do. But instead, they structure it around Russell and Frank with their wives taking a trip to the Russell Buffalino's niece's wedding.
In Detroit,
They structure it all around that, right?
Smart.
And so you're always cutting back to them in the car, so it doesn't feel like a by-the-numbers chronological retelling of this guy's, life.
Because it probably would be slower if you do it that way.
If you cut out those scenes, I agree.
You're gonna go, oh, okay, well, hold on, wait. Frank's 38. I know I know it's gonna show him up into the point where he goes.
Well, that's a good point, bro, because there was a lot of times in this movie where they cut back to Frank Sheeran, and you don't know exactly how old he is, but you know he's younger, but it doesn't become a focal point where you're like, oh, wait, hold on. Robert De Niro looks way younger than he did in this scene. Right. And you think it might because they're cutting back from when he's old to when he's young.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It just cuts back and you know he's younger, but you don't know exactly, oh, wait, is he supposed to be 39 here? Is he supposed to be 44? Is he supposed to be 32? Yeah. We don't know. You just know that he's younger.
That's it.
Right?
You're not focused on... Dude,
his exact
30
age.
minutes ago, he looked 37. He looks 41 now?
Exactly.
You're going, all right.
Because they're always cutting back to the driving.
Right.
So you're like, oh, and then they go back to when he was younger. So you're not like, oh, this is 1964, so he is. But you're just not doing that. You just know that he's younger. Fantastic.
The best way to gauge it was always off of his kids.
Kids, for
sure. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I don't need to know the year.
Well, there was only two different people playing the kids, right?
Yeah,
it was what's your name? So it was only two,
But like differentiating between, is Frank in his 30s or is he in his 60s is my point.
Oh, okay. Oh, I feel like because you could always tell when the CG face was there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's talk about the CG face. Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
What did you think of the de-aging process of this movie?
Well, see, but here's the problem with de-aging on old actors.
What's the problem?
It only de-ages the face.
Yeah.
So the actual movements, when Bobby D's out there and he's kicking the fucking deli owner for hitting his, I'm going,
That's the only part that you go, oh, okay. He's in his mid-70s.
Right.
That's the only part because he's fucking
he's kicking him,
and he's holding his arm like this. And
Mike, he's supposed to be our age.
I know.
28,
No, he's not supposed to be 28.
No.
But he's supposed to be late 30s. He ain't supposed to be fucking 70, whatever. But
he's kicking like...
That was the only part that took me out of the movie. And even watching it a second time, I was like, oh, yeah, they should have just done this as a close-up. Like, don't do it as a long oneer,
100%.
Even though it was a great shot.
Oh, great shot.
He walks to the corner with his daughter, and then is that him, honey? And and then it doesn't cut.
No,
he goes in.
Cut.
You don't even go inside the store.
Nope.
You just hear the audio.
Yeah.
And he throws him out, and then it's all one shot, but
his
you can
head
tell.
Bashing that window. It's so like, it was just such a good, like, it's almost like Goodfellas when the guy comes out when he's tied up after getting shot, it's just like always on a stoop.
Yes.
I love it. Stoops. We love that, Scorsese. But the actual de-aging, it was fine. I don't think it was like groundbreaking. I thought it was all right.
I thought it was fucking awesome.
Yeah?
It didn't take me out of the movie one bit.
Definitely didn't take me out.
A lot of people are saying it took him out of the movie. So that's why
I didn't have that
a lot
problem.
of people were like, oh, besides the, distracting CGI in the face, I'm like, I didn't, that Robert De Niro, he looks, I don't know, 40, right? Like, that there's some shit going on, but it didn't take me out of it to where I go, oh my God, I'm watching a fake face. No. Not one time. And even on the second viewing, knowing which scenes, dude, I thought it was awesome. I thought the de-aging process was the best that you're going to get in 2019.
Did they put any on anyone else? Was it?
Yeah.
So it was on Pacino. It was on Pesci? That's what I'm trying to say.
I think
like,
definitely. Oh, they definitely a little bit on Pacino. Pesci, 100%.
Oh, Pesci, especially in the opening scene, right, where he's at the gas station when he meets him the first time. Yeah,
dude. When you go back,
yeah.
there's so many scenes where think about what he looks like. Not when he's 80 in the prison at the end, because that's obviously old age
normal
makeup
Pesci
on him.
now. Yeah.
Like when they're in the car driving. That's like normal Pesci, normal De Niro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anytime it's outside of there, Pesci looks. Oh, there's definitely de-aging on Pesci's face. But look. You didn't even know. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that's the point. That's like what it's supposed to do.
It doesn't take you. It shouldn't take you out. I don't think there's movies that we've all seen. We're going, oh, this took me out of it.
Bro,
this
100%,
is not a problem.
man.
Yeah.
So,
but how about when they're outside at the fucking thing and he goes, "Hey, what's the problem here, kid?" I'm going, this is one guy saying this to another fucking 50-year-old.
I looked it up, and they were. Guess how old in real life Russell Bufalino and Frank Sheeran were
at the time that they met.
No, well, they're always going to be the same distance apart. I'm just
no,
I'm saying.
I
like,
thought you meant their ages when they first met.
No, not their actual ages. I said guess the like how old you think they are. What's the difference in their age?
Bufalino is probably 20 years older than Sheeran.
17.
Okay.
So in real life, he was 17 years older than De Niro. In the movie, I kept watching it, and in my head, I'm like, he's calling him kids. He's supposed to be like his father figure, and I'm like, I would guess 10. Like watching the movie, I would go, oh, okay, maybe he's like 10 years older than him by the way they look. Right. They don't look 17 years apart, is what I'm trying to say.
But the biggest gap in the way they looked was probably right before Pesci dies. Yeah,
at the end, exactly, 100%.
How amazing is his 85-year-old him?
Amazing, so good. I got no teeth. And he's sucking the thing and he's shaking. Oh, so good.
Honestly, I hope he's not. I hope they're all nominated.
Yeah,
honestly,
Pesci was asked over 50 times.
And turned it down 50 times. That's
50 times, dude. But it's so worth it because like. He is a integral part of this movie, and the way he plays this character and his voice too. He never gets past a certain octave. It's always just, "Hey, come here. All right, cool. We're doing it." He's got to go. He's got like
never raises his voice once. Actually,
no. It's like it's so good.
And I like the relationship between him and well, again, you could say the relationship between the daughter, Robert De Niro. Sharon's daughter, what the fuck's her name?
Peggy?
Thank you. Peggy and Hoffa.
Yeah.
And just how she went towards that one side and just always had an issue with Bufalino.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
It was just a cool way to show that, like, she's a good person. She's a good little kid. She kind of sees the difference. But Hoffa's fucked up. He does a lot of fucked up things.
See, yeah. But I think the main point of that was not even to show the difference of that Peggy's a good person. She's a little girl. We all know it was to show the difference between Hoffa and Bufalino.
Oh, 100%.
And
that's what I was trying to say,
that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in the public eye.
Yes.
And in little kids' eyes, Hoffa was this hero that was helping the working man, and this guy was a mobster, right?
Yeah.
So,
and
like...
She tied her dad's dad...
Her dad's dad.
Her dad's bad doings.
Yeah.
To Bufalino.
Yeah,
so she just knew it. But Hoffa's like, oh my God, get me ice cream. Yeah, that was a cool little relationship.
So let me get to, because I don't know if you noticed this, but in the first 30 minutes, man, just from filmmaking perspective, dude, there were these mirror shots. Did you notice these in the first 30 minutes?
Can't say necessarily, yeah.
What did you notice? There's at least 3 times in the first 30 minutes where when Frank first meets Russell, when Ray Romano introduces him. Oh. It's in the restaurant. One is, that's at least one. There's 2 others. The camera pans past these mirrors. One of them in the restaurant's a big pole in the middle of the restaurant, like a structure, and it's all mirrors all the way around. And the camera just pans right past it, dude. And you see the people working in the back. And just from a filmmaking perspective, it's things that people don't notice. It was so flawlessly done. You don't, it's a full, like the fucking mirror is flat facing the camera and it pans right past it, and it's obviously all just CGI'd and you see the people in the back, you know what I mean?
But
like
awesome.
because the camera pans right past the mirror. You can't block a camera from a mirror, see what I'm saying?
It's impossible.
But it's just the attention to detail that Scorsese does that he's like, no, we're panning the camera past this mirror right here. Then in 2 scenes later, he does the same exact thing. And it's those little things that make him just such a good director.
That's, I think, we're going to keep noticing in repeat viewings over the years. These little, in a 3.5-hour film, you're going to keep finding these little gems.
Oh, yeah. And I noticed it the first time, guys.
Good job, man.
It's the first note I wrote down. It said amazing mirror shots in the first 30 minutes. Camera panning in front of mirrors. Flawless. Yeah.
We like a nice camera pan, dude, because it's impossible to do it in front of a real mirror.
Yeah, it was so good, man.
So what else you got for anything else you noticed in the beginning?
I just wrote down the CGI was great, but then then he starts. He meets Russell and then he starts collecting for Skinny, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, and it's Bobby.
What's his name? Bobby Fatacciano. Bobby Cannavale. Yeah,
who fits right in.
Sebastian was auditioned for that part.
I could have seen that.
He auditioned for that part. Did a horrible audition. They were like, all right, they gave him some notes. And then like 3 months later, he was telling this all on the podcast that Sebastian Maniscalco does. He's a comedian. If you guys don't know Sebastian Maniscalco, my favorite comedian out right now. He played Crazy Joe Gallo in this movie. But then they called him back 3 months later. They said, hey, I got a different role for you to audition for. And then he went back with their notes and he fucking got it. And if you look up Joe Gallo and Sebastian Maniscalco, they look pretty similar.
Yeah, they did a good job.
It was a good cat. Oh, you looked up Crazy
of course,
Joe?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
He has that mole right here, though, right? Or something? Or like
I think he does.
Yeah,
Joe,
it's like
Joe Gallo. Yeah.
I didn't know if they're going to throw it on him.
But when they in the court with the sunglasses.
The glasses is almost
you
identical.
Look up the real. Yeah, you're like,
dude.
oh my God, man. Yeah.
Spitting image.
Yeah. So I thought that was awesome. But just again, from a filmmaking perspective, dude, the shot under the water with all the guns on the bottom of the lake. So awesome,
dude.
So iconic, dude.
He's like enough to fucking,
what does he say?
Something to arm and. Now he's gonna say arm and army.
Yeah,
the fuck does he say? Something like that. What does he say? What does
he say? He says it's enough to. Oh, you're right. I don't know the verb. I don't know the verb, but small army. It's enough. I don't think he does say arm and
definitely not
small army. Yeah,
but dude,
it's enough to start a small army or something like that.
You see that little one just fall down and then just a fucking
shotgun,
a grave of fucking just any gun you could think of.
And if you remember, that was the first promotional video for The Irishman. Was
right.
Like the gun and the bullet going down.
Yep.
We didn't know if it was water or whatever it was,
right.
but it was just flowing in this ocean of whatever, and that was the first like promotional shit that they used. He tosses
like fucking 30 guns in there.
But that's a great way of showing that without taking 30 minutes to show him go kill 10 people. It's no. It's going to be a fucking montage just of him driving up in different outfits every time and throwing it in there. So in the span of 10 seconds, we cover a year in Frank Sheeran's life of him going and doing all these jobs for the mafia.
Oh, he's killed so many people in a year.
Right? So
climbing up the ranks. Bobby Cannavale did a great job because he fits right into that Scorsese world, right?
Oh, yeah, and he did Vinyl with Scorsese.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
I think he was in Boardwalk Empire too.
He was.
Yeah, so he fits perfect in it, man.
Now, was he wearing like a
gut?
No, on his head. Was he wearing something for his hair? Yeah, because it
almost
looked like Walter White-ish, where it's like a little too extra on the top.
Yeah,
because they changed it up a little every once in a while. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, he definitely. His hair was thinning at the top, but I don't know what he looks like in real life. I don't know.
Thick as shit.
Is it thick as shit?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So
then he might have had a cap or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. But again, amazing job fitting into that world.
He's in it.
He's in it,
dude.
Cannavale, Faravaro.
Yeah, whatever the fuck his name was. And then side note, dude, whenever they showed the mobsters and just guys who maybe didn't even have lines, right? They didn't even have fucking lines. They're just in the fucking scene, and all of a sudden, freeze frame. And you get their quote-unquote death notes and how they died, where they died, and when they died.
So awesome.
Awesome, because you watch all these mafia movies and, like, it's glamorized. Like, people, we grew up, guys, Northeast, tri-state area, Italians. Like, we love the mafia. We love the whole mythos of the mafia. But when you watch all these movies like Goodfellas or any classic mob movies, there's always guys sitting at a table and it's living the good life, da-da-da. But and that's all you think of it. Then they're gone, next scene, whatever. But this, I thought it was a great way to show the downfall of the mafia lifestyle.
Right.
Just of a freeze frame of boom, shot 9 times in the face in his own driveway, 1979. The guy didn't even have any lines. We don't know who the fuck he is.
No clue.
But it's just to show us all these guys had bad endings.
Yeah.
All these guys had bad endings. Like, I thought that was... I've never seen it done before. So.
No, usually freeze frames are for their name and maybe their rank. You might see that somewhere, right? I know you might see that a couple times where you see, like, capo, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Actually, you really only see that in... forget it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
You've seen that a couple
like
times.
Cops, I feel like. When cops are... They'll put the picture up and they'll be like, capo, whatever. But yeah.
Oh, no, it's... we'll move past it. Anyway.
Okay.
But
I thought that was just a great.
Oh, but dude, it's great, and because you're going, oh wait, this says lawyer. You're like, Jesus Christ, like lawyer for the fucking Teamsters, not shot 9 times. You're like, God damn, everyone's getting. And it was in a span of a couple of years only, right? Weren't all the years like 78 to like 82 or something like that?
It's funny that you say that because what's his name? The accountant who was the Teamsters, him and Russell Buffalino were the ones doing the loan. Not Russell, Bill, Ray Romano.
Yes, Ray Romano.
They were the ones like doing the loans. Remember the skinny young guy with the
Yeah,
glasses?
the Jewish guy.
The accountant.
Yeah.
So when his thing pops up and it says, shot
In his
3
driveway,
times.
right?
Yeah. I don't know if that was in his driveway because then they shoot him up in his driveway and he doesn't die.
Doesn't die.
Remember?
That's
But
right,
anyway,
that's right.
it says shot blah 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 1979, right? So I'm looking up all these people obviously, and it said, oh, he died in 1983. So I don't know why they changed it from 1983 to 1979. I don't know why they did it. It's even on Wikipedia. Like on the guy's Wikipedia, if you scroll down, it says film portrayals, and it's like in The Irishman, portrayed by blah blah blah, and it says he died in 1979, but he really died in 1983. I have no idea if they wanted to keep it in a certain time frame. I don't know.
Okay.
So
like, what's the point? It's just like
no idea.
If you're going to be accurate, which a lot of these things are,
no idea.
Just keep the year the same.
Maybe it was to show that this film was just a theory and that there is no proof to Frank Sheeran's story, right?
That is true.
So it's like it's disputed. It's a lot agreed upon. It's a lot of people are on different sides of the fence. So I don't know. Maybe I have no idea.
Even in the YouTube documentary, again, they always point it out. They point it out 1,000 times because they do commercial breaks, obviously, for those. The alleged truth, right? It's not
of course,
the
because
truth.
there's no way to authenticate Frank Sheeran's story.
But do you believe it?
Yeah, 1,000%. I believe his story. 1,000%. Because the guy who wrote the book is a former district attorney and a prosecutor. This guy's not like a fucking crazy conspiracy theorist who found Frank Sheeran and da-da-da. This guy was a former DA, federal prosecutor, man. And he says, I believe Frank Sheeran 100%. And a lot of other people say the same thing. They say it might not have happened the exact way that he says it, but it's pretty damn close to what happened. And I look at it and I go, Frank Sheeran, a guy who spent a lot of time with Hoffa, who he said he only idolized 2 people in his entire life. He only looked up to 2 people. Guess who those 2 people were? Russell Buffalino and Jimmy Hoffa.
Those 2.
Only 2 people ever.
Makes sense.
And he's gonna, on his deathbed, claim that he killed his best friend? That would make him look like a fucking one of the biggest cowards
piece of shit
ever. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so why? I don't know. I just don't get why he would lie about something like that. People have lied. Oh, the Iceman, Richard Kuklinski claimed he killed Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? A lot of people claim they killed Jimmy Hoffa. This guy was one of Hoffa's best friends and spent a lot of time with him. So, like, if I'm going to believe anybody, I'm going to believe him.
Yeah, because it's on his way out, too. Right?
Yeah.
Kuklinski's doing it.
He died 3 days later. Isn't that sick?
That's
He died 3 days later after he gave that confession.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, the movie with all the shit popping up saying their ranks was fucking Boondock Saints. That's about it.
Boondock
You only see that
Saints,
once where it says their fucking title, their rank. Yeah.
You were looking that up that whole time?
No. I was trying to get Chucky. I was trying to remember fucking what's his name's name.
Oh, so you didn't look it up? You just thought of it?
No. I just it just came back, dude.
Oh my god.
Boondock,
Okay,
dude.
cool.
Because I kept thinking Rocco.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
But that's what I want to ask you because I know you definitely. Although I watched those videos, I know you've definitely done a deep dive on probably a lot with Hoffa, right?
Well,
Here's my question, though.
Not really, but okay, ask a question.
Jesse Plemons, we all know him from being Fat Todd and El Camino and Todd in Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Plays the character of Chucky.
Yep.
Who was the adopted son to Jimmy Hoffa, correct? So he was in on it, appearing to the...
No.
Well,
did you watch the movie?
Of course. But what I'm saying is, though, so what did he say after the fact? Because he obviously was driving the car.
Yeah.
Went to the house.
Yeah.
What was his reason for, my dad never came out?
De Niro says it.
Repeat, say it again.
Wait, but in the movie, De Niro covers that. He goes, Chucky was in on it, but he obviously wasn't in on it. He was in on it stupidly. He was just driving his dad to a meeting. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wasn't in on the murder.
No, of course
See what
not
I mean?
that. No, I understand that part. But I'm saying it was never brought up like, wait a second, but we dropped my dad off. He never comes out? Because obviously De Niro comes out.
Oh, I don't know if that is what happened.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if because when Hoffa, sorry, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying after the fact.
Yeah,
sorry,
would you be like,
sorry.
hey, where's my fucking dad?
Yeah. Sorry. Because in the Frank Sheeran documentary that I watched, they don't mention that Hoffa's son was in the car.
No, they don't.
So that's why I don't know if that's just one theory that Scorsese threw in. Sorry,
Gotcha.
I see what you're saying.
Okay,
I see what you're
just
saying.
making sure.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
Where's my fucking dad?
I know. I'm like, wait, hold on. So he was in on it?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy. And they're like, oh, well, no, he wasn't in on it. And then they show him driving with fucking, Bugsy, the guy with the glasses or whatever. And I'm like, oh, he's going to kill him, whatever. He doesn't kill him. And I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, whatever. But he would know, hey, I dropped him off at this house. He was with this. So I don't know. Because in that
He'd be
documentary.
the first person to squeal.
Exactly,
hey,
dude.
You guys, no, my dad's dead, right? Because he never came out.
When I saw him, I was like, this is weird. I see in the car. So,
and his body language wasn't, again, I'm like, oh, I never would have thought he's in on it.
That might be for dramatic purposes because his body language was, oh my God, he's setting his dad up.
Yeah.
It was that he wasn't comfortable. Dude, the whole, because I rewatched it today and I'm going, knowing that, oh, okay, he's not in on it. So let me watch it and there's something, he's acting like he's not comfortable. He doesn't want to be there. There's something, he knew something. And that's why I think Scorsese set that up.
Right.
Like just to give us a little more suspense.
I was expecting like, oh, they're going to show him getting paid off or something like that. I'm like, but wait, that's like his dad. Yeah.
Exactly.
Dude, that courtroom scene was great.
Fantastic.
Dude,
with a gun, you charge. With a knife, you run away. You run away. Yeah.
But dude, I brought that scene back, which I rarely do. I rarely try to rewind.
I brought back so many scenes.
I know
you know me, I'm a big bringer backer. Yeah. All right, dude. Sorry, go.
But I'm going, dude, the whole time that lawyer's talking, when Ray Romano's talking, I'm watching each person leave.
You see one person get up?
They're just leaving.
Another person get up?
And that third one comes right in the frame, right to the left of Ray Romano, and click. Or no, it actually does shoot. It's like
it's pellets. Yeah, it was like pellets.
I'm going, oh. Yeah. And I just had to bring it back right there. But that whole scene, the next couple minutes was just awesome, dude.
You could tell that was just kind of like De Niro, like, I don't know, doing De Niro, Pacino doing Pacino shit. Like just letting the camera roll and just like, with a knife, you run? Yeah. With a knife? Like,
it's probably in there once. He goes, no. You get
I don't even know if it was in there.
Probably wasn't.
I'm telling you, bro. Pacino went nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Went nuts. And I wrote down Pacino did a great job. But I have a big problem with the casting, dude.
Let's hear it.
Let me get my phone because I got a shot. Okay.
Of Hoffa?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It has to do with Hoffa.
Okay.
So they pegged Al Pacino to play Hoffa. Hey, man, we want Pacino to work with Scorsese.
Bring him in.
Bring him in, dude. Great actor. We're going to do it, right? But then you bring in, I got to find the photo. Then you bring in a guy who in reality looks like Jimmy Hoffa, okay? In reality looks like Jimmy Hoffa. So what I did, guys, I did a side-by-side comparison of Jimmy Hoffa and this actor. Okay?
Well-known actor? Enough?
Okay, well-known actor, dude.
Okay.
Well-known actor,
I'm super
man.
Curious now, man.
And I'll put it there so you guys can see. Dude, he's in the movie playing Provenzano.
Oh, dude. First of all, I love that actor. He's great. He could have
He was great in this movie. Guys, we're talking about Stephen Graham. He's the guy from Boardwalk Empire. He plays Al Capone in Boardwalk Empire. Right. He was in Gangs of New York, Peaky Blinders. He plays that old school kind of early gangster really well.
He can do any accent.
And when he came on screen, I go, oh my God. He looks so, obviously not identical, but I go, he looks so similar to Jimmy Hoffa.
If you do his hair.
You do the hair. He has the same teeth as Hoffa.
Yeah.
I go, dude, what the fuck, bro? Yeah. And I go, you know what? It's just that he's not that big of an actor.
You need Pacino to be Hoffa.
And I get it. I get it. But to put them in the same scenes so many times and to go, yo, he looks so like, dude, he would have been such a good Hoffa. Even when he first comes out and he's giving that speech to the union when they first introduced Tony Provenzano, he's talking with that, like, because he's talking to the microphone to the crowd. He's talking with that 1950s Jimmy Hoffa voice. They will not, da-da. And I'm going, oh my God, this is Jimmy Hoffa.
See, that's the difference. That guy would have became Hoffa.
Yeah, exactly. Pacino did like a Jesse Eisenberg, Mark Zuckerberg kind of thing, where he's not, he's not trying to impersonate Jimmy Hoffa. He's doing like his rendition of what he thinks Hoffa would have been like.
And all he does is like he changed. He had these very specific ways he would say words.
Okay.
Pacino, right?
Okay.
That just tried to. It was unlike anything he's done before. Like he sounded somewhat. It didn't really sound like Hoffa, but he tried to have his accent. Like you could tell he was trying.
I don't know,
certain words, the way I can't think of it now, but he would say
one word that I noticed when he's on the phone. He says apart. And he says it like, do you want to be a part of this thing? And he tries to talk a little more 1950s. Because, guys, go watch some Jimmy Hoffa footage.
Yeah.
and he was Irish and German. He wasn't Italian at all, and he doesn't talk like Al Pacino talks in the movie. So that's why I say that, is that I feel like Pacino was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna talk the way that I talk, because he talks like an Italian in this movie. He just does. Like, he talks like Al Pacino always talks. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
Obviously, like you said, a couple words or whatever, but he's
yeah.
not. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. He's too Pacino to do that. Like, Pacino's Pacino. You know what I mean? Like, he's always that. In the past 20 years, when has he ever, like, you know, not been Pacino in a movie? You know what I'm saying? He always has that voice and that tone and that kind of outlandish attitude of kind of just, you know, a little bit larger than life.
Yeah,
you know?
think about him in fucking Quentin's last movie, dude. It's Pacino.
Yeah,
it's just Pacino being Pacino.
Yeah, Pacino. I got a nice thing for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's actually like a tamed version. Of
That's
Pacino.
true.
But think of just any movie that you've seen Pacino in the last 20 years, man.
Yeah,
like he doesn't.
Ocean's 13.
Yeah, he's exact, dude. Ocean's
Pacino.
13. It's great.
Yeah, but dude, great point. First of all, I've always loved Stephen Graham because he just always pulls it off. He was amazing in Boardwalk, but dude. Didn't even think of that, and he would have became him. He definitely looks way more like him.
Yeah, like if you're looking for an actor that looks like Jimmy Hoffa, and that has just enough, like, you know, star power to like be in it. Come on, man. But when Pacino, if Pacino said no, I guarantee you they would have got him.
Oh my God, imagine.
But the age difference would have been too much between De Niro and him when they're in their, you know, hotel rooms later on in life. Like, yeah, they look. Frank Sheeran and Hoffa look the same age in those scenes. He would have looked.
What was their age difference?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it was
nothing
much.
too much, right? So
you could look it up. But
so him and Buffalino are definitely way further apart than
they were. 17.
They're probably around the same age. I bet you him and Hoffa are around the same age then.
Yeah, that's what I said. So do you want to look up Frank Sheeran's?
Sure, man.
Hoffa was born in 1913. So when was Frank Sheeran born?
Frank Sheeran.
Oh, he was born in 1920. Yep, I remember that. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
3 years. 7 years.
Not bad at all.
Yep.
All right, that makes sense.
So let's keep going, man.
Yeah. Ray Romano.
I thought Ray Romano was amazing.
A great fucking job.
I thought he was a great lawyer, a great like crooked lawyer. You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
I thought he did a great job.
All from the start, because it's like, hey, look, dude, De Niro with the truck. He knew there weren't any stakes in there. Okay. We all knew he was in on it. The lawyer knew he was on it.
The seal in his coat.
Yeah,
instead of putting it on the thing.
I'm going out that way anyway. Yeah, that's all right. I don't mind the cold.
Yeah.
So from then on, it's just like, oh, he's crooked.
Yeah.
And then when he introduces him to Buffalino, you're going, okay, this is a great little...
They're cousins, you know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do.
This is how we're in. This is how we're getting them in there into the dark world.
And you know who else did a great job in their 30 seconds of screen time?
Whom?
Jim Norton, dude.
Oh, dude.
As Don Rickles.
He looked exactly like him.
Holy shit,
yeah.
dude.
They had the same smile. They had the same face.
I had not heard... Did you know he was in this? I feel like you might have known.
Okay, they brought it up on Rogan a long time ago.
See that? Yeah, I didn't know he was in this. So I'm watching it, and it's in the middle of Sebastian's, you know, sequence. You know what I mean? It's in the middle of like a bunch of his scenes. You know, Sebastian's in the movie for like 10 minutes. It's in that scene.
Smack in the middle.
And he's on stage, and I'm like, oh, Jim Norton doing this thing. I didn't realize he's supposed to be Don Rickles until Sebastian goes, fucking Dick Rickles can make fun of people, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize, so I rewound it and go, let me watch Jimmy Norton again as Don Rickles, and I go, oh my God, perfect casting.
You know, it is. They brought it up when Sebastian was on Rogan, and he's like, and Rogan's like, Jim Norton's playing Don Rickles. He goes, they have the same smile. I looked it up. I go, oh my God, they really do.
So then I heard that because I watched that entire episode. So maybe I just forgot about it. Okay,
sorry. Okay,
sorry. Wow.
But dude, no. Yeah. Great job as Donnie Rick.
Yeah, he did a fantastic. And so then let's get to Sebastian, dude.
Yeah.
So Sebastian has been talking about on the podcast that he's starring in The Irishman.
Right.
And I have seen a picture, but I was like, I don't know how he's gonna do. You know,
how's he gonna be?
I always see Sebastian.
Powerhouses, dude.
Like you always see Segura. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. I always see Sebastian.
Yep, that's true.
And I thought he was amazing.
Yeah, he fit the role perfect.
I thought there wasn't any like, he's trying to like act like I got it. Not too many lines. He probably got like 4 or 5 lines and did a great job. Thought it was fucking perfect casting when you look at them and you look at the pictures like we said before. So Sebastian.
Yeah, we'll have to put up the the side by side of them in court because it's identical.
So I got to make a side by side. Or you're gonna make a side by side.
It's already in there. I already made it.
You're gonna make it?
I already made it.
Oh, well, okay. I'm just. Oh,
well, they already have the image on Google.
Of both of them together.
Yes.
Oh, so we can just take it. Okay,
so it's already up.
I had to make the one with Stephen Graham and.
Oh man,
come on, man.
Yeah, I love Stephen Graham, but no, Sebastian was good, and his desk, and I remember he talked about going through the window. He talked about that on Rogan, so I was like,
that wasn't him who went through the window.
I thought he said he did.
Nope, that's the stuntman.
Okay.
100%. Just talked about it 3 weeks ago on the podcast. He goes, so,
Really?
yeah, when the trailer came out, he's like, so, and he's like, Pete's like, are you in the trailer? He goes, well, I kind of am. He goes, my voice is going, He goes, but it's the stunt guy getting thrown out the window. He goes,
Got
so
it.
it's not technically me. He goes, but my voice is in the trailer.
Maybe he was just telling a story about how Marty wanted him to. He wanted him to
Oh,
go
no,
through
no. He
something,
said
right?
he would have went through the window.
He would have. That's what he said.
What he was saying.
Okay,
he was
okay.
like, I would have went through the fucking window.
For
you know what I'm
Scorsese,
saying? Yeah.
dude? Come on,
Exactly.
that's what it was.
That's what it was, yeah.
Oh, no, dude. It was a nice little 10 minutes, and I was so excited to see him on screen. And then I knew his fate. But you just had to see what was going to happen. And that, dude, great sequences of De Niro taking people out.
Oh, my God.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Some are 10 seconds. Some are 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we know the 20-minute one.
The one with Sebastian, it's the Clam House in Little Italy. And so my dad watched this movie when he finished. He finished it before me. He watched it that day. Finished it. He was like, Mike, I've been to that Clam House like 10 times. I'm like, no fucking way. He goes, yeah. He goes, it's not. It's a different restaurant now.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. He's like, but the outside still looks the same. And I'm like, he goes. So I said, I looked up a picture, dude. Bro, they recreated that perfectly.
Wow. You have to. But you have to, though, right? You if you're gonna try to be accurate and you're gonna obviously have people that know that location and it's famous, you have to.
Well, it's a famous murder.
Yeah, you have to make it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It was a famous murder.
Oh,
And you
that's
just look up
awesome.
a picture of that Clam House, you go, oh my God. It's exact. They did the exact rendition of that.
Is that what your pop said, though? Did he go, from what I remember, like the movie was identical?
Well, I don't know if my dad went to it.
Oh, he might have went
as the Clam House. See what I'm saying? He went to that. Yeah, it's in Little Italy.
Gotcha. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's so cool that Rock saw it like day came out.
This is Rock's movie. This is Rock's kind of movie. He's like, I knew all these fucking things going on. Yeah,
Right.
Good,
Oh,
good
that's
for you.
so dope.
Yeah.
But Sebastian, great job, dude.
Yeah, Sebastian, great job.
Any other small parts that were just standouts?
No, I mean.
We didn't even talk about the one and only Harvey Keitel, dude.
Oh yeah, as Angelo Bruno, man.
Great.
Pretty good.
And it's
pretty
just
good.
so good to
Didn't
get him
have a
back
lot to
in.
do, but pretty good.
No, he did not have a lot to do. But it was just cool to see him on there because I didn't know how much they were going to actually put him in, but he had that presence.
Oh my God, yeah, dude.
presence
The little
of-
fucking gay French mustache, you know what I'm saying, dude? You know what I mean? Yeah, that little gay French mustache. I love it.
Hey, man. Hey, look, if you're in the room with him, you go, oh, great mustache, Mr.
Of course, Mr. Keitel.
He'll get your fucking dick cut off.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, he was great. Him and Pesci together in the same scene and then bringing Bobby D
Yeah.
in. There was just a lot of alternating powerhouses, dude.
Yeah.
Back and forth. I thought he did a great job.
They had the fat dude from Entourage in old age makeup.
Dude,
played-
as soon as his mouth opened, I go,
Yep.
that's hysterical, Dom.
He played Fat Tony Salerno, who was a big boss.
Yeah.
Big boss in the forgot which family, but you look up a picture, you go, okay, all right. Like it was
cool.
kind of distracting at first.
Yes, because we
The
know
old
him
age
from
makeup because I know him so well, right? And I'm
you hear
like,
the voice.
you hear the voice, and you go, I get why they casted him because he does that Italian kind of greaseball really good. But the old age makeup, that was one of the negatives I wrote down. That the old age makeup kind of took me a little bit out of that. I wish they would have just gotten an older Italian actor to play him.
One of the few times where it's the opposite effect, where practicals take you out of it.
Yep,
And
exactly.
CG, you go, I didn't even notice.
Yep.
Look at
I
that.
feel like if you take a guy who's young, this guy's probably in his 40s, and you try to make him look 60-something years old, it's tough. But if you take, like, Pesci, who's in his 70s, and try to make him look 90, it's way easier.
Oh,
See?
totally.
So that's why that's a perfect example of great old age makeup versus, like, kind of good old age makeup.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's because we know the actor, right? A lot of people did not know who that was.
No.
They're gonna, we just, oh, dude, come on.
But we know
fucking-
Pesci. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, no. But I'm saying specifically for
Specifically for him.
Salerno.
You're right,
For Salerno,
you're
you're
right.
going, all right. They probably go, who's this guy?
No,
But we're going,
I feel like a lot of people watch that and go, oh, that's makeup.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think so, because there's something off.
There's something off. There's
Like,
something
even
off.
if you don't know the person, you're
Yeah.
like, there's something. There's like clay on his
like
face.
Shallow Hal or
what
some
is
shit.
this?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's something off.
His
Like,
jowls are a little.
I'm not saying everybody, but I mean,
no.
it's just like not, I don't know. It's not like top notch. So.
No, but great actor, though, to
Oh
fill
my God.
that role.
Oh my God, 100%.
Small scenes, right? A lot of movements, he always does the same mannerisms.
I'll take a cigar. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Tell him, how do you do? How do you do?
That's
You know
exactly
I mean?
what he said, too. That's a great line from the
He
movie.
said, how do you do? How do you do? Yeah.
We haven't mentioned one female yet, except for Anna Paquin.
Well, Anna Paquin was in it in the later last hour or whatever. And
3 lines? 4?
What's up?
3 lines? 4
Yeah, but how
lines?
many lines did she have as a kid? Her character, dude.
No, that's it. No, I'm saying it's good because it plays into the character. But you're
Her
going to get
character's
females.
supposed to be quiet.
Yeah.
She's supposed to not talk to her dad. That's the whole thing about it.
Right.
is that her character doesn't talk to her dad. So it's not like a Margot Robbie thing where you're like, oh my God. Because some people were saying, I read that Anna Paquin, some people were like, oh wow, she didn't have enough lines. Fuck you. Fuck you. Her character is not supposed to talk.
Yeah.
You understand that, guys?
We don't hear you complaining about the little actress who played, she didn't have enough lines either.
Yeah, she is not supposed to talk, guys. That's the whole point of her character. Like, fuck you. If you think she was great as this, you look in her face, you're like, oh, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking.
She goes, oh, my dad probably killed Jimmy Hoffa.
Well, remember the first time you see her?
When she's her?
When she's in a Paquin, yeah.
When's that?
So it's right after Sebastian got killed. And he's eating the cereal in the morning on the TV, and all of a sudden she just walks in the doorway and she just stares at him for 10 seconds. They're just staring at each other.
And then she leaves.
And you know what she's thinking and whatever, and she looked back at it. So rewatching it the second time, I noticed a lot more with Anna Paquin that it was building, foreshadowing the idea that she thinks her dad killed Hoffa.
Right.
It was all foreshadowing that. Anytime you see her as an adult, it's always she's looking at her dad when someone died, right? Or he's reading the paper when she's a kid and someone died and she's looking. It's all about her looking at him knowing he killed someone.
Right. She notices him as a kid, right? Putting his gun in his back pants? Or back in his pants or in his boot?
Right before, yeah.
So it's all about the visuals, yeah.
He's reading the paper. someone shot, killed, da-da-da, and she's sitting right across from him, and she's just staring at him.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
that's when he double-tapped the fucking guy who gave him $5 grand.
Yeah, the guy from, what's he from? Is he from Sopranos?
So much shit,
No, but like another mafia thing is what I'm trying to say, isn't he?
I don't know if he's in the Sopranos.
100%. He's in another Goodfellas or something?
I'm trying to think what I seen him recently. He's like the oh yeah.
Come on,
he's like
dude.
someone's uncle.
He's a mafia guy, but I never loved him as a mafia guy. I don't know, for some reason I just never loved him.
What was he?
Paul Herman.
He's someone's dude, he was Vinny Chase's lawyer.
Is that what it is?
I'm not saying that's the mafia thing, but
No.
oh yeah, that's the guy
He's
who
in
plays
Silver
Vinny
Linings
Chase's lawyer.
Playbook, American Hustle.
Oh, all of those fucking
dude, Sopranos, bro. Come on, dude.
Whom? What's his character name, I mean?
Beansy?
Oh, okay.
Peter Beansy Gaeta. Dude, he's in like 10 episodes, man. Yeah.
Oh, shit,
I always knew him from Sopranos. He's always analyzed that. I'm telling you, he's always played a mobster. I just never bought him as a mobster.
I know what you mean, because he's very jumpy. He's very,
Yeah, and he looks, I don't know, he just doesn't have that look to him.
He's a little squirrely.
Yeah, he's a little squirrely, dude. Yeah.
But dude, a lot of first of all, that was Sheeran's thing, right? 2 to the fucking head. Don't. So quick, and like every person that he does it to. I love that shot of him coming down. Oh, I didn't know which side of the street you were coming from.
Guy.
Yeah. And that's when he's on the paper and his daughter sees
man. Yeah, and that's when he goes to the bridge. And the thing that was like the first like real hit that he did.
Yeah, that's right.
In the movie.
And he tosses the gun.
And that's another thing about this movie that what I was saying is another thing about this movie is that what I thought was massive to why I liked it so much, they don't focus so much on the family. So in a lot of these like hitmen, mafia movies, The Iceman's a recent example where like they focus so much on the family and the struggle between family life and gangster life. And it's just boring. The shit with the family's like, oh my God, dude. Enough with the wife. She's mad. She's breaking dishes because he's killing people, blah, blah, blah. He didn't do that.
Nope.
The family's like 10% of this movie. And I thought it was such a good choice to do that.
Yeah.
Not showing problems with his wife. Like he divorced his wife. We don't even see it.
Yeah.
We don't. It's a line. It's a line. He goes, and it would have been a good time to divorce my wife. And it's exactly what I did.
Right.
And that's it. Boom, dude.
Yeah.
Boom. There's none of that bullshit. I don't know. To me, that's super important in these kind of macho gangster movies.
Right.
You know, like Goodfellas. They focus on the family so much. Casino. Focus on the relationship between, what's her name?
Sharon
Stone. They focus on her so much, and I get that, but Scorsese was like, nah, no love story in this is what I'm trying to say.
It's like both wives, right? Buffalino and Sharon's wife. They just know the deal.
100%.
They go, oh, okay, well, we're going to Detroit, as Robert De Niro said.
Yeah.
Going to Detroit.
But even Sharon's first wife, though, is what I'm trying to say. Like, she's not even involved.
She doesn't throw anything at him.
I loved it. Like, I loved that there was none of that family drama bullshit. It was just the daughter. That was the only family aspect to this movie and that's super important.
It was smart to do that because we all know, hey guys, it's not good to be in the mafia.
It's cliche by now.
We get it.
Maybe when Goodfellas came out, it was like, oh yeah, we want to see the struggle between the wife's getting mad and da-da-da. We want to see that. But come on, guys.
Oh, shit.
Just 30 years later.
Just made me think, dude. Goodfellas. How about the casting of fucking what's her name from Goodfellas? Did a great job as fucking
God. Bro,
dude.
As the mafia heiress. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. She was
as
great.
Hoffa's wife. I go, oh, dude. They just try to keep.
Oh, sorry.
I thought
you meant what's his name's wife?
Whom?
Russell Buffalino's wife.
Oh yeah, no.
She's she's one of the extra Italian girls in Goodfellas.
Right,
yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I
Ray Liotta's
thought that's what you meant.
Babysitter,
Yep.
or whatever the fuck she is. What is she in Goodfellas?
She's one of the Italian
rats.
friends. Is what I'm trying to say.
No. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Jimmy Hoffa's wife.
Yeah.
She's the one who ends up.
She's the nanny in Goodfellas.
I have to wear my special.
I have to wear my hat. I have to wear my fucking hat.
Yeah. That's where I go. They keep it. Scorsese keeps it all in the family, dude.
And did you notice who Frank Sheeran's second wife was?
Oh yeah, who is she?
From another Martin Scorsese movie. And I thought she was great. I think she's a hot, like,
oh, dude, she was really
older
hot.
kind of woman. But
Yeah, I think when she's the waitress. Anything else for you?
She's in Wolf of Wall Street, dude.
As whom?
As the fucking female worker.
Dude, that she's one of them. She's
one of the
chick.
guys,
dude.
dude.
I like her in that too,
I
man.
immediately remembered her face, and I go, "Where's she from, dude?" I go,
I miss you, Wolfie.
I go, yeah. I go, "Is that the chick from Wolf of Wall Street?" And I looked it up, and I go, Martin Scorsese keeping this shit around. Oh, you worked for me before? Okay, come on, you got to work for me again. Come on, here's the script.
I loved it. No smoking in the car, right? And just
I loved
20
it, dude.
breaks,
I loved it. I loved it. All those little idiosyncrasies of the characters about how Pesci made a deal when he was in the war that, hey, he'll never smoke again. Like, all these little, I don't know, I thought it was fucking fantastic.
I loved every time Pesci was like this.
Yeah. Hey, wake me up when we get the fuck at Detroit. You know? Yeah.
It reminds us of our dads, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my, dude, bro. After I watched that movie, I go to Rocky, because it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, of course.
So Thanksgiving was the next day, and I go, Rock, and he watches, we were talking all about it. I go, dude, fucking Joe Pesci in this movie reminded me of you in 10 years. I go, so much, just like he's leaning in the car. I go, I saw you, Rock. I'm like, I saw. He's like, really? I go, yeah, it was like, it was in.
Interesting?
Yeah, and my poppy too, same thing. Like, I was like, I see him in it, you know, and it was, it was
especially because your poppy's always well dressed.
100%, man.
There you go.
And he kind of looked like Robert Jr. So anytime I ever see Robert Jr., he reminds me of my poppy. It's so weird.
Right.
So weird. So
that's interesting, man. It's funny how movies can do that, though, right? It's funny how movies can just do that, where it's like, dude, that reminds me so much of my dad, brother, mom, whatever.
It's amazing.
It's a good connection now.
Great.
Rock will always remember that you said Joe Pesci in The Irishman reminds you of him.
Always.
Yeah. It's a great moment.
So the next thing I wrote down, Scorsese just made one of the best party/wedding type scenes I've ever seen. Usually they're like the boring scenes in movies, Godfather, Deer Hunter, etc. But this one was masterfully done. I'm saying the Frank Sheeran party, the one where he's getting honored, and it's that gala thing. Dude, that scene was so tense, so riveting. The conversations between Pesci and Sheeran, and then Hoffa and Sheeran, and then Hoffa and Pesci, and then the dude from Entourage sitting in the corner with fucking dude from Boardwalk Empire and fucking Joe Pesci.
Just grilling him.
Dude, and the conversations that were done, and it was basically the decision in that scene that they're going to kill Hoffa. Like, this is the inner workings of how they decided to kill Hoffa. And usually those are like boring scenes in these mafia movies. You're like, oh, it's the wedding.
We hate the wedding
This
party
is a party.
scenes.
Oh, God, this is a stupid thing. No. He made a fucking riveting. He made one of the most boring type of scenes into one of the most interesting scenes in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
So I just had to write that down because I noticed that.
Dude, Pesci and Pacino's their conversation was great.
Amazing.
He's like, no, I'm not going anywhere, basically, right?
Yeah.
So when you finally see Peggy, dude, I loved that shot.
When they were dancing?
Yes, and they're all sitting there, and they all are looking at her. Pesci, everyone else fucking, you know.
They're not looking at her, Mikey.
No, they're looking at Jimmy Hoffa.
There you go, I'm just saying.
And then it's just like, but you could tell Pesci's like, this fucking broad, you know? Like, I try to always be like an uncle to her, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He goes, all right, and then they leave. I go, oh, he's dead. Like, that's it. This whole night, they came to the conclusion, we're killing Hoffa.
I wrote down the line, and I think it was one of the best lines in the movie. Pesci's talking to Frank Sheeran, Robert De Niro, and he's like, tell him to, tell him to, he's got to calm down. He's da-da-da. He's got to drop out of the race, da-da-da. It is what it is. And she's, it is what it is, da-da-da. And Pesci leans, he's like, no, you can't do that. And Pesci leans over and goes, if they could whack a president, they can whack a president of a union. I go, bro, that fucking line says so much. It just says so much, bro.
Saying that, obviously, look, president was whacked. We all know
the mafia killed JFK.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
They can whack him. They can whack this fucking guy.
I don't know, man. That type of shit in movies really hits me. And I'm like, yo, that's just a cinematic moment right there.
Yeah.
It's a cinematic moment and it says so much, and all these conspiracy theories and all this shit and whatever. Like, just that one line is like, oh, bro, I thought it was so powerful.
It could be what gets Pesci his fucking Oscar, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Could be. I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea.
He's definitely getting nominated.
Yeah,
There's not even a
I just
question.
thought that was a great line,
Oh, 100%.
guys. That's it.
100%. Because it's delivered with such, well, look, I don't know if you guys believe in this or not. Brother Dan can always chime in. The president was killed by more than just one person.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, just saying. I think he is.
There could have been just one gunman, but who got, I don't know. We don't know. No, I'm just saying it's not that. I don't think it was a lone wolf thing, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, 100%.
That's it. I don't think it was a lone wolf thing.
No.
That's I think the most important thing I'll say when it comes to the JFK shit. Yeah.
The point is they can take out Hoffa, and guess what? They do. So
yeah, they do. So let's get to the scene.
The climbing?
The scene, dude.
Bro,
Thought it was awesome how
so tense.
So that's what I wrote down. The only negative I wrote down is that if this movie suffered from one thing, it's that maybe in the middle, like the second act, when it's a lot of this stuff between Hoffa and De Niro and the Kennedys and whatever, it lacked tension. So that's the only negative that I'll say about this movie, is that certain scenes in the middle lack the tension, not the entertainment, not the fucking comedy, not the acting, just the tension of scene to scene, right? Where there were a couple times where it just didn't have that full suspense of like edge of your seat, which is the only flaw I can find in it, and that's like nitpicking. I just had to no movie's perfect, so that's the only negative I wrote down.
Well, you're right, because in the first and third acts you get pretty good tense.
There's tension,
tension,
100%. Suspense and tension.
Right. It's the De Niro. It's him with Hoffa just doing
trying to
their
get
thing.
they got to get the thing back. He goes to jail. Like, There's like just didn't have the like do or die kind of moments.
Right. But then in the third act, we're talking about the 20-minute chunk. Is that what we're getting to?
20-minute? I think it's longer than 20 minutes.
It's longer than 20 minutes?
Really?
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, from when no, I'm talking about like the wedding scene, the party scene up until he kills Hoffa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if we're going to mash those together, then for sure.
It's got to be mashed
for sure.
together.
I was just talking about from the time no, you're going to get on a plane to the time that he kills him.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. But no.
Regardless,
you can wrap them up.
But I love that at the hotel when they're making the food in the kitchen.
Oh,
and he's like, tomorrow. He's like, we're gonna leave in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I gotta go. I gotta be there for Jimmy. He's like, oh no. He goes, I know. He doesn't even say no. Pesci's just like, I know. Such a mafia boss thing to like.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Where Frank's his friend. They're like lifelong friends now. You know what I mean? He said, no, I got to be there for Jimmy. He's like, I know. He doesn't even say no.
He's not saying
so
no.
You keep saying no, but he did not say no.
No, I'm saying, I know.
Oh, okay. I thought he said no.
No,
okay.
I know. But
because I know. He's not saying like,
he can't.
No, you are not going to be there for. He's on. Yeah, I know.
It's almost like that.
What?
It's almost like he's underlying saying, I know it's too bad you're not gonna do that.
Yeah, he's like, it's like I'm not. I know, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. You are not gonna be there for Jimmy, and you're gonna kill him. Yeah. Right. That was awesome, bro. Then they wake up, go to breakfast. Yeah, you want some total? You want some cornflakes? What do you want? I have some total. Right here, I have the total. And they have the conversation, and I thought that scene was fantastic.
Oh my God, absolutely. Yeah. Because you know what he's sending him on. You know the path.
Yep.
You know exactly what he's doing. Oh, no, you're going to drive out and get on a plane.
Yeah, he goes, we did everything we could.
Yeah.
We did everything we could. He's got to go.
And what does he say? Because I know you just watched it, but he says something to me. He's like, I knew if it wasn't you, you would try to stop it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's basically what he says.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Basically what he says.
De Niro?
Yeah. He goes, I had to put you on this because I knew if I didn't, you wouldn't let it happen. He's like, no. I know you. Don't say you wouldn't have let it happen, and it's dead up true.
Powerful,
and it shows the person who Frank was is that he was just a soldier and would do what he was told because he doesn't put up a fight.
Never once
at all. No. I mean, in that scene is what I'm trying to say.
For sure.
Like in that scene, he doesn't say, no, come on, like no, we don't have to kill him. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go kill him. There's no fight in it at all. If Russell says to do it, he's going to do it, even if it's to his friend for the past 20 years or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying?
You only see a little bit of worrisome on his face when he's on the plane, but when he's by himself, though, that's about it. Just a little like...
Well, no, there's always worry. That's not what I'm saying. Like, there's always where he doesn't want to do it and there's worry. My point is that he doesn't express any of it to Russell. He doesn't say, like, come on, you're going to make me kill my fucking one of my best friends in the past 10 years or whatever. Like, he doesn't say any of that. You know he's worried and he doesn't want to do it and it's his friend. You know all that. But the fact that he doesn't say anything, he doesn't object to it at all, was like, damn, dude, that's probably how it went.
And it just shows the power, though, too, right? Compared, when you compare Buffalino
Yep.
to Hoffa, it's Buffalino is almost like God to Sheeran.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, it doesn't matter. Whatever he needs, it's going to supersede any of the needs of Hoffa.
And it's the mafia. That's why. It's because it's the mafia. It's
100%.
It's the mafia. You know what I mean? It's Jimmy. Because like what we don't. And it's a great line in the movie. It's like people. People nowadays, they don't know how famous Jimmy Hoffa was. They might know that he disappeared, but that's it. They don't know who he was. In the 50s, he was as big as Elvis. In the 60s, he was like the Beatles. No one knew, no one in this country didn't know who Jimmy Hoffa was. Right. He was the second most powerful man right under the President of the United States. Mm-hmm. There's no one like that nowadays, is what I'm trying to say. There's no big union of Teamsters that everybody knows and millions of workers are under. This was the uprising of the Teamsters and the unions in America.
Right.
And so there was no person like that with that much political power, that much street power with the mafia, business power.
Right.
There was no one like that. And it's hard for us as, 2019 people to be like, oh yeah, okay, that's kind of like, it's kind of realistic that we could see someone's almost just as powerful as the president. You know what I mean? Like, no, you can't.
That era's gone. That era's
gone,
so
man.
far gone. You'll never see that again. That's a great point. And your girl from Orange is the New Black showed up. I know you love her.
My girl, you love her. What?
Daya? That's all. That's yours.
I don't know why you said that. It's weird. Dude, you always talk about her, bro.
No, I don't like her at all.
You think she's like the greatest actress in the world, dude. You think she's the best, dude. You came to me one time, you go, yo, Daya, dude? She was in fucking that movie. She did a great job as the FBI cop in that movie.
This is what I said. Daya shows up and she gained 80 pounds?
Yeah.
Anyway, she showed up.
No. She's. I feel like she's always been the same way. She has that big, thick frame.
It's like she has 4 kids and she's just been hanging on to it.
Exactly.
But that was when he was just like, Jimmy Hoffa, you don't know who this is?
Exactly. She had no clue.
Go on to your point that everyone knows the name, but even us,
we only knew that he disappeared.
That's it.
That's it. It's like, oh, Jimmy Hoffa, he's buried under Giant Stadium. He's in the fucking Atlantic, like whatever.
But you ask our parents, they're gonna go, oh, absolutely, huge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We just don't know.
So then,
we were born too late.
Pesci takes him to the fucking strip, dude, and he lets him out of the car. Give me glasses. Takes his glasses, right? And he gets out of the car and gets on the plane, and I go, is Pesci just going to wait here? I feel like he's just going to wait here.
110%.
Right?
He's there for 6 hours.
I feel like he's just going to wait here. Yeah. And lo and behold, when he gets back, Pesci's just waiting there. Yeah. Hands him the glasses right back. Not a word is said. They just get in the car and drive. Amazing.
Dude, that's so old school Italian
awesome,
gangster, dude.
Yeah, it was so
You're just going to
good.
sit there. What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? I mean, you could go back to the hotel.
You got to make sure it's done.
Yes,
you got to make sure the job is done, dude.
He's just expecting De Niro to come off that plane, and that's it.
That's it.
It's done.
That's it. So gets to Detroit, and he drives by and sees Hoffa sitting in the thing. Yeah. And obviously, if you've done any research into Jimmy Hoffa, you know about the Redwoods or Red Rocks, I forgot what it's called, the restaurant that he was at, and the sign. They nailed it all. Looks exactly how the real place looked.
And he really did make a call from there, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they said that even in the YouTube series.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
was like his last known
call
phone
from
call.
it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Witnesses have said they saw him getting into a car. I think that's the last time that
the
people saw Jimmy Hoffa.
Right.
And yeah, the whole Sun thing again. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if that happened or not. Whether it did or didn't, it was a cool, dramatic angle to throw in there.
For sure, because you're going, oh, dude, that's his son, like adopted or not, but he's so close to him. That's his
you keep saying adopted or not, dude. I don't think you know what adopted means, bro.
What do you mean?
They adopt kids. They love them. It's like they're real, dude. It's like they're real kids.
Like they're real.
You don't have to keep saying adopted kids. I'm just throwing it out there,
like they're
man.
real. Notice you said
it's his son. It's his adopted son, but he still loves him. You know what I mean? Dude, I have people that I grew up with that were adopted.
Here's the point, though.
They're real parents, man.
But here's the point. You're more likely to be, I think you're more likely to be bribed if you're adopted than if you're actually the son.
No, I totally disagree.
What, really?
There are so many people on this earth who have adoptive parents that love them way more than people who have, regular kids and they grow estranged from each other and there's arguments, money, this and that. 100%.
Of course there is that. But what I'm saying is if you had an adopted brother, I believe that the adopted brother would fuck over your family more than you. That's my point.
Me specifically?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's one case. That's what I'm trying to say. That's one case.
Any of your brothers.
That's one case. That's one family.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Is just that he's adopted. So I didn't know if that's the angle that they were going with. That like, oh, he can be bought. Well, hey, man, there's dude. But there's no reason why he's in that car.
This guy's no respect for adoptive kids, man.
I was almost going to adopt.
For him, man. No respect for him.
I was almost going to adopt.
Yeah, a little Jimmy Hoffa kid, you know what I mean?
Oh, I was going to name him Jimmy Hoffa.
So anyway, do the house, bro, because I know I
Yeah.
sent you that doc to watch. Did you watch it? They show the house.
100%. The stairs were different.
Dude, yeah, but okay.
But the house was great.
Bro,
I'm
the
just saying.
stairs were different.
Well, it was.
Dude, the house was so similar.
Yeah.
Oh my God, because I knew what the house looked like before
Yeah.
I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh wait, I go, this looks, and they're passing all these houses. I'm going, are they gonna try to like? And they pull up. I go, dude, this house looks so similar.
Yeah, it's 99% similar.
Yeah, dude, you're the worst.
Get the
dude.
stast right.
You're the
I'm
worst,
just
bro.
saying, if you're gonna get the house right,
You're
get the stairs
worst,
right. That's
man.
all I was looking at.
They didn't build that house, bro.
Okay, get the stairs in there. You're Scorsese,
They didn't
dude.
build the house.
It's all right. Get the stairs in there.
How?
Mimic the stairs. Get the real.
It's someone's house.
No, I know, but dude, come on, bro. They do adjustments to houses all the time for fucking filming.
Yeah, but they're gonna knock someone's stairs
Yes.
down and make it the
Yes.
fucking. No, you're insane.
Hey, this is Netflix Scorsese,
Dude, they found a house that looked so similar. Like, oh, cool. Like, maybe make a couple adjustments. Come on,
Give
man.
me the fucking stairs.
Don't stop
I want
with the
accuracy.
stairs, dude.
I want accuracy.
Yeah, me too. And it was accuracy. You're not giving them enough credit.
It's probably the same car that they drove.
What if they just went to a different? I don't know if they know what car he drove.
Well,
See what I'm saying? You got to think of what they know and they didn't know, dude.
you don't know.
Jimmy Hoffa. Come on, guys. Jimmy Hoffa.
well, that's actually a good point because they think he went to that house, but it's still the house they think he went to. All right, we'll move past it.
Yeah.
But I'll never forgive it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, man. And he walks in, bro. Just fucking awesome.
Let's get out of here.
Pop.
You gotta go, oh.
Grabs his shoulder and just goes pop. And falls to the floor dead. Drags his body back, puts the gun on top of the thing, and walks out.
And guess what, Mikey? He painted that house.
Oh, but he didn't do his own carpentry that time.
No.
He didn't do his own carpentry.
No, that's fine. But he painted a house.
But on the phone call, he did claim that he does his own carpentry. But for that one, you know, I don't know. He had to.
They probably had to have those guys take
dude,
it out.
I think I might have figured out the sun thing, dude.
Let's hear it.
Did they pick Sheeran back up, or they don't even show anything about that, right?
They don't show
Okay,
shit.
so what we can assume, maybe, Frank leaves the house, gets picked up by Chucky and the other dude,
Mm-hmm.
and Frank's like, oh, yeah, no, your dad's still in there talking to Buffalino or whatever.
See, if they show that.
Yeah, well, actually, it still wouldn't matter because then the son would still be like, oh, yeah, no, I dropped him at a house.
I dropped my dad off at this house. I'll bring you guys
It
there right now.
doesn't matter.
I
Like,
bet you there's blood.
It doesn't matter if
Yeah.
Frank came out. Yeah, you're right. It just doesn't
I
matter.
know.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter, man.
It's just
a weird thing to throw in
I
there.
was hoping that in that YouTube little doc that they're gonna bring up the son.
No, they say no. And even in that YouTube doc, they say that the reason Hoffa got in the car was because Frank was in the car.
Right.
They needed someone that Frank
need
was comfortable with,
someone.
and that Hoffa was comfortable with, and that's who he was comfortable with, was Frank.
Not his own
Not
son.
his son. So
Because he's adopted.
Because he wasn't in the car, dude.
I know, I'm just kidding, dude.
You're not kidding, because you really don't like adopted kids.
What are you talking about?
You don't know anyone that's adopted.
I bet you I
This
do.
guy.
Oh, no, of course I do. Of course
Not
I do.
cultured at all, dude.
This kid doesn't like... I'm not going to say it.
Stop.
I know, because I'm going,
Stop.
hold on a second. We got to take it easy.
But yeah, and then
need to
so
know.
today I'm watching it, and I after he kills Hoffa, and I paused it, and there's 40 minutes left in the movie after that.
Yeah.
There's 40 minutes left in the
Right.
movie.
There is. And I remember when it happened, I'm going, I didn't even pause, though. I didn't pause to see how much time was left. I just kind of knew. I knew when I started it, I knew it was going to end. I knew
You didn't pause it one time to see how much time was left in the movie?
The only time I rewound it was when I only rewound
No,
it
not
for the
rewinding, just
well, that's
seeing
the only
what's
time
left.
No, I just didn't.
What?
But I knew.
Oh, see, I always have to know how much time's
So
left,
when I
dude.
started like by 11, I go, I'm gonna be here till 2:30.
Yeah,
and
if
I
you don't
just
stop.
knew.
I guess if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
stopping it,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of have an idea if you knew when you
But
started
when you're
it.
saying that, I'm going now. It totally makes sense though, because I'm like, dude, he killed him, and I'm going, it's only 1:40.
Yeah, there's 40 minutes left, man. There's
Fuck.
40 minutes left. Yep.
And it's just the aftermath, right? It's just
Yep.
the aftermath and just seeing what's playing out afterward, and De Niro getting older.
Yep.
And then we get to the end,
Yeah.
right? Because there's anything that's, I mean, do you have any notes about
No.
anything? That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I don't have any more notes. Do you have any notes, dude?
No, but my point is that after the Jimmy Hoffa's death,
Yep.
it's, and again, all entertaining.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh,
not
I
like
loved it.
anything really jumps out and is really poignant. You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, what
Yeah.
it does is I think it describes the aftermath of Hoffa's death and how everybody got indicted and how he got arrested, and they interviewed everybody about Hoffa. So it's a little similar to the scene in Goodfellas when everybody starts to die in Goodfellas.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
similar to that. Yeah, and then that's it. And then he gets older and older and older. And he finally falls. He's living alone. His wife died, and he's trying to do his pills or whatever. And then he falls. It's like old age, right? Like this is, and I feel like Scorsese, he's getting old himself, and he's showing it from this. Like he's kind of, he's coming to the end of his life. Let's just say
Yeah.
that, right?
He's
like
gotta be in
Scorsese's
his-
getting they're in their 70s, mid to
yeah.
late 70s. So
Right.
I think it was cool to see a director show you know, what he's going to be going through, like right there, because he's coming to the end of his life and he's probably seeing it. That's why he's showing him doing all the pills or whatever, because Martin Scorsese is going to be, he might be doing that now. You know what I'm saying?
It might be his last film.
It might be his last film. I don't know.
And what a way to go out if that's the case.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
That's just a fucking on a career of careers, and you just end with what people, again, it's going to be criticized for a long time because of the length. It's going to be.
I don't think so at all. I didn't see anybody have problems with the length.
Really?
Did you read the Rotten Tomatoes reviews?
Yeah, that's just Rotten Tomatoes.
No one says that. Oh, okay.
100%. There's so many different places. Reddit where they're saying length is an issue, but those are people that just don't like the film.
Oh, I saw nothing about the length. I said, I from what I read and watched, everybody's like, this movie deserves all the runtime it needed. Like, there's not a minute wasted in this movie, and that's what I feel is why it's good. And I haven't seen it.
Every positive review never mentions the length, because if you're saying if you enjoy this movie, you're not even thinking about the length. The length's not an issue.
Yeah.
So it's the people that were having an issue just saying, here's.
I haven't read a lot of bad reviews though.
I haven't seen a lot, but I've seen a decent amount.
Okay.
Yeah. We actually have a friend. It was actually just his birthday.
Okay.
You want to know what he said?
Wait, who?
John Fetto.
Oh shit! What did he say?
And happy birthday, my man.
Fuck you if you didn't like this movie.
He actually did not. And I'm shocked as fuck. Because he's half Irish. But honestly, he goes, I go, yeah, we got to do this review. And he goes,
what?
He goes, I'll save you time. Movie sucked. And I said, huh? And honestly, dude, he's one person that complained about the length.
Okay, but I don't trust his opinion of movies at all.
I'm just saying.
He's never seen Brokeback Mountain. I'm just saying. Oh. No, but I mean, for a 3.5 hour movie to be this critically acclaimed, I think if people are complaining about the length, obviously, you didn't like the movie, so they're going to point to the length. But that's like the minority. The majority of people watch this movie, loved this movie, and had no problem with the length.
Totally the minority.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Okay.
But when I said criticize, you kind of shook your head. Was there something else you thought was going to be criticized about too? Oh, the de-aging process. I know people brought that up.
Yeah, that's
That's another one. I was just thinking if there's anything I was missing.
No, I didn't have anything that people were criticizing.
Why it was being criticized. I think it was the de-aging was a big one I saw online too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
No, but honestly, man, I know we said it before, we'll say it again. If this was 5 hours, it'd be fine.
It was fine, man. But I feel like the big difference of why it's okay, because you're watching it at home. So if I was in the movie theater, I probably would have been like, all right, when's this going to be over?
Yeah, you get fidgety, dude. You start fidgeting a little bit.
Even Mark Kermode said that. The other dude who's with said that. Another reviewer said that. They're like, I loved the movie, but I felt like the last 45 minutes dragged on and I was getting antsy in the movie theater. And I go, thank God I didn't see this in the movie theater. And I called it from day one. I said, I'm not going to the theater to see this. We're waiting till fucking Netflix because I know it's just too long. Bro, 4 hours, it's just too long to sit in a movie theater.
Yeah, it's totally fine at home.
It's just too long, man. Come on. I mean, it's just too long.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't, because I was on the side of like, we should probably go see it.
Yeah, you wanted to go see it in theaters. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, it's going to ruin the experience. And thank God we didn't, because even big-time reviewers like Kermode are like, I wish I watched it at home. You know, I wish I watched it at home. So
yeah. All right. So then, I mean, aside from that, the movie ends, right, and it gets to the point. See, again, because I didn't see how much time was left, even though I knew it was coming up.
Okay.
I didn't expect it to end right there.
Oh.
Because I didn't know. I'm going, okay, maybe again, it ended fine. I just didn't
thought it ended great. Yeah. That last shot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude!
We leave the door open just a little bit.
Well, that's a callback to Hoffa when they're in the fucking thing. Yeah, and then that last shot of just him through there and a lonely old man, and we skipped over the part with his daughter, and he tries to go see his daughter, like he's trying to reconcile with his daughter, and it's just heartbreaking. She just puts up the clothes thing. See you later.
Oh, dude,
bro.
And he takes so long to get to the front of the line. Yeah,
like but you know what? Maybe you deserved it because you weren't a good father. And, you killed a lot of people. Yeah, exactly. So,
come on.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't tell you who to like. It doesn't tell you who to hate. It just puts the character. And Martin Scorsese is the best at that. He's the best at, like, not saying to hate this person or not saying to love this person. People might watch The Wolf of Wall Street and be like, oh my God, I hated Jordan Belfort, But it was so interesting and his story so crazy, but I didn't like him. Like, Scorsese does a great job at that. And this is no different, It's no different.
Isn't it funny? He's one of the few directors where length is really not an issue. It's never really an issue, man. I remember we said the same thing about Wolf. We go, because that movie's 3 hours. That's the second longest movie I think ever. I go, I would have watched 5 hours of that too.
Nope.
It's just his directing style. It's the way it looks. It's just the storytelling. There's something about it. And it's almost like this is one of the most Scorsese films you've ever seen.
Yeah. And I'm glad he got back to something like this after The Silence. I think that was his last movie, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And I never watched it. I've seen scenes of it.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
Have you seen it?
No.
No. Yeah, I heard it's a good movie for what it is, but it's just not,
This is his home.
what I'm into. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I'm sure he made a great movie.
Sure.
'Cause it has good reviews, and it's with, what's his name? Your boy from Star Wars, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Fuck him.
What's his name?
I'm not,
you know his name, dude.
I can't think of his name right now. You know, it's the
come
pressure
on,
of the
dude.
screens,
He has the fucking
dude. Come
ears, dude. You know his name. What's his name? Joel Schumacher. Joel David Moore.
Oh, shit.
Adrian Claiborne. What's his
Yeah,
name?
Honestly, I can't remember, dude.
Come on, dude. Darth, whatever the fuck his name is. The fuck's his name, bro?
Adrian,
Ren, dude.
Adrian Brody something.
Fuck's his name?
Something Brody something.
Who plays Kylo Ren, guys? Jesus Christ. Whatever.
Put it in the comments,
It's
dude.
fine. Yeah, so I've never
shit.
seen The Silence. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I won't, man.
Yeah, man. I probably won't, but you will.
It's about like Catholic priests going against their thing
Adam Driver.
Adam driving people up the wall with his great performances,
Yeah, of course, dude. Why not?
So then the movie ends. He's sad. He's not giving it up, and I didn't know if they were going to cover his deathbed confession.
Right.
I didn't know if they were going to cover that and show the guy coming in and filming and this and that. I didn't know if they were going to do that. Kind of like how they didn't do it, because it might have changed the tone of the movie and changed his character a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, right, but so then who is he talking to? The entire
When?
movie. The entire movie as he's narrating. Who's he talking to?
To us? What do you mean?
Okay, so he wasn't talking to anyone, right? Because they don't show anyone. He's just sitting there talking.
He's narrating a movie.
Yeah, but like, you know how they almost show it in the first opening shot of that oneer where they come around to him and he's just at a table. I didn't know if he was supposed to be talking to someone or just an old lonely guy by himself.
He's
talking to us.
breaking the fourth wall talking to us.
Got it.
Remember?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
even
yeah.
Pesci does the same thing.
Right.
When he in that one scene when they first show him in his like garment store or whatever, you know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
Got it.
He's like, if I ask somebody to do a thing, Martin Scorsese always does that shit.
For sure.
Jordan Belfort's talking to the camera. Scorsese
sure.
always breaks the fourth wall. So he's just talking to us.
It was going to the,
You know?
because I had the same idea that I go, are they going to show this as like his confession? And so maybe he was talking to someone first.
The entire time. Okay, that's what you're saying.
But obviously
Yeah.
not,
No,
and that was
no.
the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it ends by himself, leaving the door open, just a shot on him. And fuck, dude, I was like, dude, let's go. I loved it.
Expectations
Loved it.
high. Result even higher. It
dude,
really did. Because
It
everyone
blew past, man.
Look, although you go in there and you say, well, it's a Scorsese movie, of course the length kind of gives you like a little to start with, right? You're going to go, what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
And everything that I was so worried that there was going to be 30 minutes of just going,
Too much like political, not interesting things, but and I even expressed that on our other podcast, and I was like, I don't know, man. But then I saw the second trailer, and I go, oh, there's going to be enough of mafia in it to, like make it not too, Jimmy Hoffa, whatever.
Yeah.
He mixed it perfectly.
And the downtime could have been if they showed too much of the family. If they showed too much
or the family
politics.
too, or the family, yeah.
And they didn't. And that's why I was so, when it ended, dude, it's almost like I had like a little, like a really well, like I almost had a tear come down. I was just like, dude, you guys, you nailed it.
Well, I think the best way to put it, and this is what I told like people after saying I watched it, I said, I literally, excuse me, I got lost for 3.5 hours. I forgot what time it was. I was watching this movie and it literally just forgot about everything else going on in the world, everything else going on in my life. And I got lost for 3.5 hours in this fucking movie. And to do that to a viewer for 3.5 hours is tough. And they did it to me, and that what made me say, oh my God, this was a great movie. I got lost in this movie.
That only happens every so often, so it's pretty rare.
Yeah, it's like when you see a great movie, you get lost in it.
Yeah.
And this was a movie that I got lost in 100%.
I can totally agree
I
with you
wasn't
on
checking
that.
my phone and my iPad. I would stop to go have a cigarette or whatever a couple times, but like I was watching the movie. Like I was watching the movie every second and lost in it.
But that makes it even better, though, the fact that you can take a cigarette break, because the whole time you're going, dude, this fucking movie's great so far.
Yeah,
What's coming up next?
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Dude, I would get to a part
it.
and be like, oh wait, okay, so, let me get to this part. Pause
You gotta
real
find
quick.
the right time to take a bogey, dude.
Bro,
I've done that to pee all the time.
Dude, always,
Yeah.
man. Always,
I go,
dude.
oh, perfect time to
Yeah.
piss. Okay,
Yep, there
pause,
you go.
Oh, dude, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you talked me out of us going to the movie.
Yeah, it was way better watching at home. And
For sure.
Pacino eating the ice cream, dude. I had to look that up, and it's a known thing. Hoffa didn't
loved his
drink.
ice cream?
He didn't drink. He didn't smoke. So he had to have some sort of ice. He would always take people out to ice cream shops and shit. So yeah.
Accuracy, man.
Yeah, accuracy, dude. In a story that is debated and, not 100% authenticated, but I loved it.
It's going to be talked about forever.
Yeah.
They're always going to be talking about theories and if Sharon was,
Yep.
full of it or not. But how could you not? Honestly, how could you not believe most of that?
Well, I could see how someone cannot. I don't, but I can definitely see how people are like, oh my God, this guy's fucking making this shit up. Like a million people. Like I could see how it's argument, of course.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but on the way out, dude, he died 3 days later. It's like he got it off his chest.
I know. I said that in the beginning of the episode. I know.
and
I'm just saying.
I didn't say you didn't.
You can't see how someone could not believe this?
I just want to know what they think. Like, what do they think actually happened? Then, okay, so then what happened? And let's hear what they say.
Well, there's a bunch of other theories on what happened to Hoffa. You can.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of theories
For
on
sure.
what happened to him.
For sure.
I believe it. I'm just saying it's like, this will always be argued. There's never going to be definitive answers. What I'm trying to say.
Of course.
There's never going to be it. You're always going to be able to argue what happened to Hoffa is what I'm trying to say.
Then I should have rephrased that. My question is, so then what do you think happened? If you don't think that this is what happened, then what is
you just want to hear other theories. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because again, there's not going to be a definitive answer. I hear you.
Yeah, there's not going to be one. I believe it. I think this is the most compelling version of what happened to Hoffa.
Yeah.
But it's like any fucking theory. It's, you know what I mean? It's like people have it. You're never gonna be able to prove it. There is no answer. There's never been an answer. So some people believe other things. I can see it from other perspectives.
Especially if that shit's cremated, forget about it. It died that
incinerated, dude.
day. Yeah, it died.
That's the word Frank used, guys. They took it to the incinerator
to get cremated.
It's what they say, man.
But I'm just saying, if that's what happened, then it died that day. Because it's just, no evidence. It's dust. It's a
100%.
See you later.
100%. Yeah. So the last thing I'll say is the music, the score. Do you remember the main theme in the movie?
I can kind of remember it.
You can kind of remember it?
For sure.
I had to download it. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, you watched it twice.
I downloaded that right after I saw it, dude.
Oh,
Are you
cool.
nuts?
You going to play it for us? Do we own the rights?
I have it right here. What do you mean?
We own the rights?
Own rights. Fucking so good, dude. You'll know it when the harmonica comes in.
Oh, I can already hear the harmonica.
Oh, you good?
100%.
And then it turns into strings too. Dun, 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 dun.
I was close.
Not at all.
Totally, dude. Ooh, I'm going to learn that because I've been playing harmonica.
It's so good. Oh, dude, it plays like 6 times in the movie.
Yeah.
And then the strings start to come in.
Dude, you should write some shit on that. That's actually a pretty good beat. Yeah. It's an oboe.
Oh, my God. Just haunting, guys. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, amazing. So good. Just driving in the car. Oh, it's so good, man.
Yeah, you're making me really want to put it on again.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I can watch it again. That's how much I love this fucking movie. And that's Martin Scorsese, man. It makes rewatchable movies.
Oh, probably one of the best examples of.
Him and Quentin Tarantino are probably the best at making rewatchable movies, in my opinion.
Spielberg?
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a different level, though.
He makes like
because
classic movies, but I don't watch I don't throw on Jurassic Park and E.T. like every couple months. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I watch Departed, Goodfellas, Inglourious Basterds,
There's something
Pulp
about
Fiction.
that
I
crime
watch
violence for sure.
Yeah, not even about the violence. It's just the filmmaking way that they do it. It's, I don't know, man. If I'm in a little kid mood, then I'll watch Spielberg things. You know what I'm saying? Like you are always in.
Dude, what? It's not even Halloween anymore, and you want kids to come.
I just think I'm not saying they're better. They're better than Spielberg. I just mean when it comes to rewatchable, fuck it. To me, it's Tarantino and Scorsese without a doubt.
Well, remember we did our top 3 rewatchable on another podcast, Two Double Soap Fiends.
Yep.
And I believe all 3 movies were Scorsese or Tarantino films.
I wouldn't put it. Departed was definitely on there. Yeah, dude, like 100%, bro. It's come on.
And then I think you might have said Inglourious, and I was like, oh, dude, mine's Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think that was.
I'm telling you, there's something about their movies that make them just rewatchable.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. And Scorsese, you did it again, you old bastard.
Yeah, you old fuck.
You did it again.
We love you. We love you, Matty. And guys, by the way, we have to say this now or else it's going to eat at me later on. If I left and I go, dude, how did I not bring this up on this episode of all episodes? How did I not bring this up? It's Scorsese. If you're a fucking asshole that goes, oh, you seen the latest Marty Scorsese? You really need to go fuck yourself because look, if you're from the Northeast, like in all seriousness, if you're from up here, if you're Italian American, Guys,
Scorsese.
Everyone
guys.
says that.
It's not Scorsese.
It's the stupid wasp
Hollywood
fucks.
fucks that go, oh, yeah, I work with Martin Scorsese on a bunch of numerous productions.
See, that's who started it.
Shut up.
Dude, a hairstylist started that, and it
Shut
annoys
up.
me.
Leo says it.
Again, where's he from?
I don't know. Los Angeles?
Yeah, he probably. Fuck
yeah.
it. My point
Yeah.
is,
No, I
in
love
this
it.
world,
I love it,
I'll put it
dude.
like
Yeah.
this: it's 98-2. It's
Yes.
98% Scorsese, 2% Scorsese.
But if you ask Scorsese, what's his last name?
I think he's gonna say Scorsese. I think he's gonna say Scorsese, dude. Remember, dude, Scorsese? That's crazy. Remember from Entourage? Remember that? Dude, he says Scorsese for
Wow,
sure.
yeah, maybe not.
I'm
I
gonna-
don't know.
do we have
Hey,
to find
you call me whatever you want. You call me whatever you want, you know?
Oh, he would definitely say
Yeah.
that. It almost sound like Robert Paul Ship.
Yeah. Could be. Try it out, guys. We don't know.
Oh shit!
We don't know.
All right, the
score?
movie.
Score it up, dude?
Oh, score. I gave my first thought, so you
I'll give
gotta
the first
your
score.
first score. Sure,
I'm going right now, The Irishman, 9.4.
dude. Great fucking.
I'm going
score.
9.4.
I'm
What are you
giving
going to
it
go with, Michael?
A solid 9.2.
9.2? What do you do? I loved it. I fucking could talk about this movie for another 2 hours. I thought it was so good. So
yeah.
good.
Absolutely.
Bro. God, I don't have anything bad to say about it. I really don't.
No, just the fat jowls on what's his name and make him
Yeah, a
look
couple
old, and
weird
that's pretty much
things,
about
you
it, though.
know. Come on, man. I mean,
It really is. It's hard to make a perfect film,
think
but
about
it's great.
Oh, I agree. But think about how easily this could have been messed up.
Oh, could have been fucked.
How big the story is, how many
Yeah.
years it spans, how many characters there are, how many different storylines, how many different locations, how many different settings, how many different conflicts. He could have fucked this up royally.
Yeah.
But Scorsese doesn't do that. It's kind of the same thing with Wolf of Wall Street about
Yeah.
how long it spans and about how many different things are going on where you could fuck that story up easily. He just sees the whole picture. Like he sees the whole picture of what he needs to do and how he needs to structure it. And there's cinematographers who make it look good, and there's actors and lighting guys and whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like, that's why you bring in a director who has a vision, and he has to tell people what his vision is, and it's their job to create that vision. And Scorsese can do that. He's just good at putting to screen what's in his mind. And he did it again, and it kept you enthralled. It kept you engaged. And that's a credit to everybody who worked on it. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Well, because there are some movies that are just meant to be made by a director.
Yes,
and this
I
is
agree.
one of them.
I agree.
And you can take his top 3 movies and say that about all of them.
Yep.
But to get this thrown in our face now, after all these years, and having classics from 27 years ago,
Yep.
to throw this in your face now is such a fucking accomplishment for
Yes.
someone in his late 70s. So,
Yes.
yeah, like he said, I agree. Bravo to everyone who helped make that film.
Yeah.
It's going to be a classic for the next 1,000 years.
Yeah, people calling it a masterpiece. I kind of agree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I kind
Yeah.
of would say it's a masterpiece.
Yes.
I just because of the like patientness that he directed this movie. You watch Wolf of Wall Street, and it's not the most patiently directed movie because
True.
it's not a patient story.
Right.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all.
No.
That because that movie's not supposed to be patient. That movie's supposed to be fast, cocaine, drugs, fast,
Money,
sex,
money,
women.
money.
That's that movie. This is not this movie. This is a patient retrospective of a man and his life and committing horrible crimes and why he did it and what it cost his family and all that shit. He directed his movie very patiently.
Super patient.
Yeah, it's like very well crafted, I guess is the best way to put it.
Like a nice beer. Champagne. Do you see the budget?
I think I said it topped off like 150 million.
175.
175 million, yeah.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
Look, just the fucking main 3. I mean, what are they getting paid? And then just forget about that production, costume, everything.
CGI. You know what I mean? Come on.
Insane.
Oh, and that's another thing, dude. The setting and the cars and every shot and rewatching it again, you're looking for things like, oh, wait, okay, not one.
No.
There's not one not fitting costume, not fitting car, not fitting anything. Everything is the time period.
Couldn't imagine.
Even that
they fucked it
slow
up.
motion shot at the Columbus Parade Festival
yeah.
when the black guy shoots the Italian dude.
Yeah.
Those slow motion shots, and you see the cops. It looks like it was pulled from the '70s. It looks the hairstyles and every extra and you're like, oh my god, I'm watching from the '70s. Like,
Right.
oh, it was so good.
No, it's golden. It is a masterpiece. Well, I'll just fucking say it. Whatever, dude.
Okay.
It's a masterpiece. Yeah.
Is that
All right.
it? Are you done?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much
Okay.
to say after it's a masterpiece, dude.
Nope. I said it first. Just saying.
Well, I'm agreeing.
I know.
It's not about first, Mikey.
You just threw it in my face. You said there's not much to say after there's a masterpiece.
There's not much to say after that.
I know. And I'm not saying there is. I'm saying
So-
I said it first, dude. So don't steal it. Is what I'm trying to say.
Not stealing it.
And you stole it and throw it in my face like poo. Don't do that.
Never done it.
You will do
But we'll wrap it up though. We can't
Yeah,
address
there's no-
the box office because who gives a fuck?
Well, it was only after 3 weeks in like limited theaters because
Yeah,
the theater
fuck it.
chains were like, "Fuck you, I'm not gonna play this." And I was like, "It's all in the trivia. You guys can read it." I was like, "Wow."
There's
so
a lot
that's
of triv.
there's a gentleman's agreement between. Did you read that? There's a gentleman's agreement between the studios and the movie theater chains that they're gonna wait 90 days before they put anything on home release. Like it's been a gentleman's. It's nothing's in writing.
Yeah.
It's like a general agreement thing. So that's why a lot of theaters didn't play this. They said no, we're not playing The Irishman because it's gonna be on Netflix 27 days later. I thought that was super interesting.
Yeah, I mean, but it's I mean, it makes sense though, right? Because why even do that, right? But why even put it out in small limited release when it is going to come out 27 days later?
Yeah. Well, I mean, wait, from whose perspective?
From the movie theater's perspective. Why would
Okay.
they? What's the point of them putting it out?
I see, because I didn't understand that. I'm like, well, why? I'm like, it's 3 weeks. Like the movie theaters can like, I don't know, why not? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Why not is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I think it's a perfect. Well, look, you and I did not go because it was coming out on the 27th. So it's just like in small release, or if they put it in 1,000 theaters, I don't see it making a lot
That's
of
a
money.
mass release though.
Oh, 100%. But I'm saying if they put it in a big release,
Oh,
I don't see it making a lot of
sorry.
money.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
especially with that length.
Yeah.
That dude.
And what's weird is it's usually, sorry to interrupt, but
No.
it's usually not announced when it's going to come out.
True,
So
that's
a
true,
movie's
that's
released
true.
in theaters, and it's not like, oh, guys, it's going to be on iTunes in 42 days. We don't know.
Yeah.
So you're kind of forced to go to the theater.
Yeah.
This was like, no, guys, it's coming out 26 days later.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go see it. So this was very, very weird scenario.
Yeah, or like a lot of times you'll see it in movies trivia on IMDb that fans were upset that they saw it in theaters and then Amazon put it out a month later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'll see that sometimes. I remember the one that was Steve Carell and his son. People saw that and they
Beautiful
go, Amazon? Dude, it came out
Yeah.
so quick.
It was pretty quick. It was like 2 months probably.
Yeah.
It was pretty quick.
So you just get some people, like you do see that, but it's pretty rare that
Okay.
you're going to see, hey, we're not putting it out because it's going to be on probably the biggest name
streaming.
in
Yep.
movie
Yep.
streaming that there is.
Yep.
Without a doubt. So,
But you can't blame Netflix because Netflix put up the money to make the movie.
Yeah.
So how can they not say that we're putting it on Netflix on this date? Like, you can't just be like, oh, we're releasing it in theaters, but secretly we're going to put it out.
right.
3 weeks later. You can't do that.
But I
you
like
know?
the whole gentleman's agreement. I bet you they do it and then that.
Oh,
you
I bet
know?
that was from 1950.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I
They
bet
had
that
no
was from
clue.
1950 they
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that gentleman's agreement.
Home
you know?
Alone, no, 90 days. You know?
Home Alone. No, I'm talking like Casablanca. Oh, yeah, cool, 90 days. You know what I mean? It's just been this gentleman's agreement, you know?
Yeah,
it's weird.
yeah. Because no one does gentleman's agreements anymore. You know
Except for us, guys, because we love agreements. And he loves gentlemen. Don't ever touch me again, dude.
I hate agreements.
So yeah, guys, The Irishman, highly recommend it. The rewatch because it was better the second time.
I can't wait to watch it a second time.
Just like
seriously,
Once
though.
Upon a Time in Hollywood, better the second time, man.
Oh, I'll get to that too.
Yeah, Irishman. Bravo to everyone involved. I love the movie, guys. If you have problems, write them down in the comment section or write in our review on the podcast app if you guys are just listening. But
Or
don't.
text him at 203. Oh,
Or message him on Grindr. His name is Mikey CPass.
okay. Here's the problem. I don't think you could find people by username.
You
Anyway,
would know that.
I was just kidding.
So anyway, guys, we loved it. Thanks for stopping by the watch one more time.
As always,
We will be back next time with something fucking awesome. Hopefully.